Derek, a quick overview of the 12 volt system and the older heating and hot water system. Okay, we've got the control panel on the right, which is essentially your 12 volt control panel. It's off at the moment. You can see there on the bottom it says power off. We're actually plugged into the mains now, so we'll turn it on and you can see at the bottom it says leisure charging, which means the leisure battery has been selected and it's charging that battery. That's why it says 14.1 volts. If we look at the symbols at the top, you can probably just make out the letter L, which tells you leisure battery. That's a picture of the sun, which shows the solar panel is active, and it's the electric symbol next to it which determines or confirms that we're plugged in, and there's a time. Okay, now there's two rows of switches, if you like. The ones on the left are for the lights and the tap, or the pressure to the water system. The top light switch is for the awning light, and the two switches below are for the internal lights of the motorhome. That's a picture of a tap, believe it or not, and that pressurizes the water system. So if you want to use the water system and the toilet, that has to be turned on. Switches on the right. The three top switches are just to enter the menu, so you can look at different values of batteries and what have you, see if the solar panel's putting voltage into it and change the system. It's quite involved what you can do there, and it's probably best if you just look through that yourself. But what I've said already will enable you to use the van as much as you need to. Okay, now the older control panel on the left, it's off at the moment, so we press the switch there, turn it on. Now, just one thing I need to point out: to use the electric side of this panel, the main Sargent control panel must be activated, and I'll show you where that is. Okay, so we went behind the driver's seat, the top cupboard. There's the Sargent control panel, there's your fuse boxes. Now, as I said, if you're going to heat the van or use hot water on electric, the switch marked heating and hot water must be turned on. There. The green switch to the left of it is a charger switch telling you that it's plugged into the mains. So again, that orange switch, heating and hot water, must be turned on if you want to use heating or hot water on electric. It doesn't matter if it's off if you're just using the gas power source. Okay, back to the control panel. Okay, back to this panel. Press the menu, and we've got a series of buttons down the left. The first one is a thermometer within a building. That's the temperature within the motorhome. So it can be plus or minus. Sorry, you can change the temperature by the plus sign or the minus sign. It's actually set at 24 there now. We'll leave it there for the demonstration. Move down one. We've got a picture of a shower head. That's obviously hot water. So if we press the plus switch, half the symbol lights up or blacks out. That's a temperature at one. I think it's probably 40. I'm not quite sure. Press it again, and it increased the temperature. I think it's probably 60 or 70, but I'm not quite sure. But you'll find out once you use that. Okay, I'll just turn that back off. And the symbol down is the electric symbol, so that activates the power source on electric. So let's say we're going to use the electric side up, so we press it once for 1 kilowatt, twice for 2 kilowatts, and 3 for 3 kilowatts. So we'll turn that back off. And then the flame symbol below is for the power source of gas. So if we press that, that will turn the gas on. Okay, and it's as simple as that. This symbol there, the little gear symbol there, is for settings. You can go into the settings and activate the heating and hot water as you would at home on your control panel for your central heating. So to recap, I'll just turn that gas off first of all. Actually, it's just clicked on. First button is a temperature selection button for the heating within the motorhome. The second button, the shower head, is for hot water. The third button is to use electric as your power source, and the fourth button is to use gas as your power source.